Just press it off and then put it back on. You can show you. It has a little red dot, and you know it's
going. It's active.
Yeah.
Okay.
That cuts
So
this part
then
out.
just okay.
Just hit it
Tap
twice.
again. Twice. Okay.
Yeah. Turn it off and then turn it back on.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll do it, and you'll be, it just won't record anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Have a great class. I will see it later.
All right.
It is your final, so make sure it's a good class.
Okay. Oh, this is our final. There's no more spaghetti dinners.
No, well, we'll do that.
Hi. We were going to give it another like 30 seconds if that's okay. He muted everybody already, so if you want to say something, you have to unmute yourself. But we measured, we're 6 feet apart.
We'll switch then when I do you, and then you can get behind me. When should I make her? What do you like? I like her.
Okay, so like I said, I'm Julie and this is Andrea, and we're going to tag team this Friday night meeting. I'm going to start out with some warm-ups, and then she's going to jump into some standing poses. So there's nobody doing the camera, so hopefully everything runs very smoothly. We didn't really think too much about it, so we're just going to get into it. We don't have any music, so you're supposed to listen to your own. So whatever floats your boat. All right, let's get started. I'm going to rub my hands together. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Put your hands at heart center. Feel that breath fill up your chest, your stomach. Hold the breath for 5. Slowly exhale. And I'm going to go ahead and open with an Om just because that feels good to me today. So deep breath in. Exhale. Breath in. I'm happy everybody's here with us today. Like I said, I'm going to start out with some warm-ups. So if you want to go ahead and lay down on your back, I was going to do a little bit of work on the root chakra, which has to do with stability, belonging, and I feel like right now there has been a lot of uncertainty in the world and in my own personal life with jobs and kids and no school and all of that. So let's just lay here for a second. Hopefully you guys can see. And I just really want you to be able to hear me. So if at any time we are not audible, please let us know. I just want you to ground in, feel your mat, relax. Know that you are where you need to be today. Forget about tomorrow. Forget about yesterday. Be where your hands are. Your hands should be placed gently on your mat. You should feel your sit bones. You should feel your heels, your shoulder blades sinking deeper into the mat. Knowing that you are secure, your needs are met, you have shelter, you have love. Deep breath in. Fill up your lungs, fill up your stomach, and hold it. Exhale slowly. Nice deep breath in. Fill up the chest, fill up the stomach. Exhale. Now you can go ahead and set an intention for your practice, whether it be compassion or understanding or more mobility or whatever it is. If you want to work on feeling more secure with where you are in your life today at this moment. You can think about that. I was just thinking about how grateful I am on the way over and how pleasant it is to just say thank you. Doesn't have to do with any situation or anything that's going on, just me being grateful and thankful for what I have today. Now go ahead and flip your palms over and just receive some energy today and just feel rooted still where you are. I want it to be an active. You want to feel your body from your toes to the crown. Just feel the strength and the love that you offer today. Serenity. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Now flip your palms back over and bring your feet up to your behind. And we're going to go ahead and do a couple bridge poses. And I just want you to bring your pelvis up. Feel that. Bring it back down and hover. And on the next one, I want you to bring your pelvis up and flip your arms over your head. Exhale, bring everything down. We're going to do that about 5 times. So let's try it again. Arms up overhead, pelvis up. Just feel how strong your legs are. And exhale, release, down and hover. Arms up overhead, pelvis up. Feel the strength in your thighs, your calves. Exhale, bring it down and hover slightly. Deep breath in and arms up and over, pelvis up. Feel it from the 4 corners of your feet, how stable you are. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms up and over, pelvis up. Exhale, release. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and take our right leg over our left leg. Cross it at the knee. We're going to do cactus arms. And we're going to bring the knees up. We're going to just go ahead and do a gentle stretch for our spine. Give it some, lubricate it slightly. And you can, however you feel today, however comfortable you are, you can bring them all the way down to the ground. If you're comfortable with that, you can hover them for just a little more suspense. And you want to feel this stretch more in your side body. Make sure your shoulder is planted. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in, you are secure. Exhale, you are stable. Deep breath in, you are secure. Exhale, you are stable. Now go ahead and switch over to the other side, so just twist over gently. Bring them down to the right. Still have cactus arms. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Go ahead and bring your knees back up, and we're just going to hug them and rock gently. Run side to side. You can even do a small circle. I like this one a lot on my hips. I can really feel it. Jeff says the guys don't feel it as much as the females do, but Guess that's up to you. All right, now let's go the other way. You need to stop it.
Can't stop.
Can't stop believing. All right, go ahead and come to neutral. And when you're ready, just kind of rock up slowly if you can. Or if you can't do that, if you feel comfortable, just turn to your side and lift back up. We're going to actually go into table. So you want your palms planted, your knees planted, hip distance apart. You want your hips above your knees, shoulders above your wrists. We're going to go ahead and do a cat-cow. So deep breath in, deep breath out, and curl in, navel to spine. Deep breath in. And exhale, navel to spine. Deep breath in, head up. Exhale, navel to spine. Deep breath in, head up. And exhale, navel to spine. All right, come to neutral. And when you're ready, we're going to take our right arm up. We're going to thread the needle. So take your right arm through your left arm. Plant your cheek on the mat. And you can do a couple variations here. You can just leave your left arm where it is, or you can bind it if that feels good. Just whatever feels good to you in your practice today. Just going to sit here for a couple breaths. Do want to make sure that your hips are square. And when you're ready, you can come out of that. So undo your bind if you have one. Take your arm out. And let's go to the other side. So left arm up. And thread your needle. Check your hips, make sure they're square. And again, you can leave your right palm on the mat, or you can bind if you'd like that. All right, you can come out of that bind if you have one. We're going to go back up to tabletop, and from this we're just going to go into a child's pose. I prefer a wide-legged child's pose just because that feels good on my hips, but if you want your knees closer together, you can do that, or you can make them wider, however you want. But I really just want to sit back on the heels of your feet. Plant your sit bones as far down as you can get them, and just kind of stretch your arms out and feel this stretch. Feel your palms on the earth, the stability, the security. Anchor yourself into the earth. Put your forehead down, relax. Breathe in through, all the way to the belly. Hold it. Just know that you are where you need to be right now. Exhale. Okay, so we're going to come up again on table. From table, I want to get into our first downward dog of the day. So like I said, Andrea is going to take over in about 5 or 7 minutes. So let's go ahead and get into our first downward dog of the day. And I always like to walk my dog. I like to curl my toes, kind of pop them and see if they're doing okay. Sometimes I even like to shift my hips back and forth, just kind of wake it up a little bit. And just feel it. Just rest in this pose for a minute. Feel your hands planted on the earth still and your feet. Check in with your Muladhara chakra. Your pelvis is as far up as you can get it. I guess the pelvis is the front end, isn't it? And then we're going to come into a plank. And we're going to do a slight dynamic flow here. So with this plank, we're going to go back up to up, downward facing dog, and back to plank. Just a slight warm up. Downward facing dog, back to plank. So exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Let's soften those knees. Get back down into child's pose. Now, when you're ready, we're going to do another dynamic flow. So we're going to go from child's pose, and on the inhale, I want you to come up into cow. So exhale, child's pose. And inhale, and cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow. And the last one. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow. All right, let's do a neutral spine there. Kind of shake it out a little bit. So I want you to go ahead and lay back down on your back. And we'll do a couple happy babies. So knees up knees close to your chest, feet up in the air, and just grab wherever you can. If you want to do the outside of your foot, you can do that, or you can do your peace fingers and grab your toes. So however feels comfortable to you, just do that. We're just going to massage the spine a little bit just because we did those cat-cows, and it's always good to counter the pose. And happy baby is just a good pose to be in regardless of whatever you're doing. Just rock it back and forth. Are you ready, Andrea? Are you good?
Switch.
Hmm?
Switch back. start rocking. Eventually we're gonna come up to a standing position. We're gonna get into mountain pose or Tadasana, standing with feet hip width apart, standing firm, grounded in our legs and our quads, our head looking forward, our arms alongside our torso. Just grounding our whole body, feeling strong. Let's inhale our arms up. And let's bend to the right for a side bend, feeling the stretch on the left side body. And coming back towards the center and bending towards the left, feeling the stretch on the right side body. Once again, through the center to the right. And through the center and stretching towards the left. And we can drop our hands down to our sides, moving towards the front of our mats. Bring our hands to heart center. Reach our arms up towards the sky. Swan diving down for forward bend. Hands to shins for flat back. Hands back to the mat for forward bend. Legs back to plank position. Slowly lower down to your belly, elbows by your ribs, pushing up into cobra or upward dog, tucking the toes up into downward dog. Stepping forward into forward fold. Rising back up with your hands towards the sky. Swan diving back down for forward fold. Hands on the shins for flat back. Hands to the mat for forward bend. Back to plank. Chaturanga down into plank. Lower to the belly. Pushing up for cobra or upward dog. Pushing back up to downward facing dog. Stepping back up to the top of your mat. And one more time, let's raise our arms up towards the sky. Swan diving down for forward bend. Hands to the shin for flat back. Hands to the mat for forward bend. Feet back to plank. Chaturanga down to your belly. Pushing up to cobra or upward dog. Pushing back into downward facing dog. Stepping back up to the top of your mat. From here, let's step our left foot behind, perpendicular to the right, bending the right leg. And let's go into warrior one. So with our hips facing the direction of our right leg, let's lift our arms forward for warrior one. Standing firm and strong, making sure your knee's not going over your ankle. And then slowly rotate your hips and cartwheel your arms, looking over your right fingertips for warrior two. And straightening your right leg, raising your left arm up, your right arm down for a triangle pose. Looking up towards your left arm. Reverse cartwheeling your arms back to warrior two. And going back into reverse warrior. Raising your right arm up. Keeping your right knee bent. Your left arm down your left leg. And we'll return to warrior two where we started. We're just going to switch our feet positions to do that series on the other side. So let's put our hands on our hips, bend our left leg, not over our ankle, and raise our arms facing the wall, standing firm and strong. Then we'll rotate our arms and our hips to go into warrior two on the left side. Looking over your left fingertips. Straightening your left leg, we'll go into triangle pose on the left. Raising your right arm, looking up at your right fingertips if that's available for you. Reverse cartwheeling to go into exalted warrior on the left with your right arm down your right leg, your left arm over your head with your left leg bent, knee bent over your, not over your ankle, just above it. And we'll come back to warrior two. Okay, let's just step to the front of our mat, the center. We're going to do a few balance poses. We start off with tree pose, and there's a few different variations. Just do what's comfortable with you tonight. You can put your leg at the side of your ankle or on your calf, or you can put it up on your thigh. Hands to heart center, and just find a focus point to focus on. We can take our tree to the other side, wherever is comfortable for you tonight. Right, we'll come out of that. Now we're gonna go into eagle pose, and there are some variations with that as well. We're gonna start off with putting your right arm out, crossing your left arm over, and kind of putting them in a pretzel. Crossing your arms. And then you can just put your leg cross your leg just like a kickstand. If you're very flexible, you can twist your leg all the way around the opposite calf. I'm just going to be kickstanding tonight. And then we're going to slowly sit down as if we're sitting in a chair. Remembering to look at a focus point, a drishti, helps you with your balance immensely. And come out of that when you're ready. Untwist, and we'll do that on the other side. So putting your left arm out, right arm underneath, and twisting the arms, bending at the elbows, crossing the left leg over, and then sitting as if you're sitting in a chair, finding that focal point. Okay, we'll come out of that. Okay, well, we'll do the moon salutation. It's kind of a flow. So we start, go to one side of your mat or the other, because we're going to flow back and forth. But we start with raising our arms up towards the sky and stretch to the right, doing a half moon to the right, and then half moon to the left, and then taking a wide step out into goddess pose, rising up into 5-point star, back into goddess pose, five-point star, go down into shift your left leg, go into triangle pose, looking up at your right arm, shifting your back leg so that both legs are straight. Bring your head towards your left calf, left shin. And we're going to squat down and do side lunge to the left, side lunge to the right. Return to goddess pose. 5-point star. Wide leg back, arms to the sky. Side moon to the left. Side moon to the right. Right leg out for triangle pose to the right. Left arm up. Left leg in line with the right leg. Head towards the right shin. Side lunge to the right. Side lunge to the left. Goddess pose. 5-point star. And return to mountain pose. I'd like to take it down to the mat for a few back stretches. Let's bend our both knees, putting them by our buttocks, crossing your right knee over your left, your right ankle over your left knee. Wrapping your arms around your left leg. This is a hamstring stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, you can pull your left thigh closer to your belly, to your chest. We'll take that stretch to the other side, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, grabbing the right thigh, pulling it towards your chest. Alright, we can come out of that. Let's roll up onto a seated position. We're going to extend our left leg, bringing our right foot into our inner thigh. And let's raise our arms towards the sky, shifting our hips in the direction of our left foot, leaning in the direction of our foot, but we're stretching out our side body in the stretch. Let's take that to the other side. Extending our right leg. Raising our arms up and shifting our hips in the direction of our right foot. Again, stretching out our left side body. Let's return to the left side. We're going to set up our legs the same way, but get an entirely different stretch. Straightening the left leg with the right foot in the inner thigh, but we're going to bring our arms parallel to our left leg and slowly walk them out until you're getting a really good stretch in your hamstring. And when you get to a point that the stretch is feeling good, just hold it. You can lower your head. Let's slowly walk our way out of that. And repeat that stretch on the right leg. Bring the arms out parallel to the right leg and then find your way to a really good hamstring stretch. Just resting in it when you get to a good stretch. You don't want it to hurt, but you just want it to feel good. When you're ready, you can walk out of that. You can bring your feet together to a butterfly pose, making the diamond shape between your legs as wide or as narrow as you want your stretch to be. And just slowly bend over your feet. We'll do one more stretch before we get into Shavasana. Let's just return to easy seat and take our right hand to our left knee, take our left arm behind our back and stretch, looking over our left shoulder, sitting tall, getting a nice spinal twist, stretch. When you're ready, you can switch to the other side, bringing your left hand to your right knee and your right arm behind you, looking over your right shoulder, sitting tall. Okay, and whenever you're ready, you can make your way to a comfortable Shavasana position. A nice resting pose. On your back. With your feet splayed open, your arms by your side, your palms up, your eyes closed. Just letting your body absorb all the energy that is flowing through, everything that you just gave